Hello everyone, welcome to the update video for the Metroid Fusion Open Randomizer. It is February 2024, and let's get into the details of what's new. Up first, we have some logic fixes, notably in Sector 5, the item that is above the entryway. That item location, previously thought you can always get to it. In reality, you always needed Sector 5 broken to reach it. That has been fixed. Sector 4 also had a pretty massive logic bug, but it was rarely seen. In the big lobby, from the lower left speed entrance, the randomizer always thought you can get to the upper two doors. The one from the exit to Ceres and the top left door. Those have both been fixed. Pretty simple with those. For pseudo improvements or just quality of life changes, the barrier enemies that show up throughout the station have been removed. Typically they show up when the player has main power bombs and the bombs, but those have been removed all throughout the station for a feature that is in the works and upcoming. We'll get into that later. For a logic change, we have a new way of triggering the SAX fight. You can now approach either of the two upper doors, the one that leads to the data room, and then the vanilla one that leads to observation. The middle door is now due to the fact that there is a new logical requirement that you can have to reach the top door. If you have speed booster but neither of the jumps or screw attack, you can now reach the top door with a simple shine spark. A door has been opened to ensure that you're able to do this. We have another quality of life change. The wave beam has been greatly optimized code-wise. It is no longer a save the second, lose a frame foundation, or whatever you want to call it. The code for the wave beam has been greatly optimized, so you're not going to experience any more lag, particularly with ice beam. That's due to the fact that the wave beam, because of how the wave beam affects where it passes through walls, it had to do calculations every frame for multiple projectiles. Those calculations have been removed and just replaced to make things a lot easier. The randomizer has a brand new feature, not necessarily a quality of life, but just a brand new feature, and that is palette shuffle. As you can see from the demonstration, that many things have been randomized in terms of palette, and you have several options available. You have the tile sets, which is foreground and background, the various enemies that you see, in sprites in general, which include the ship and the Edecoons and stuff like that, your suits, and your beams, including when enemies are frozen with either ice missiles or ice beam. What's to note is the three X drops, yellow, green, and red. They will always remain vanilla. They will never have their palettes shuffled randomly. This is to ensure that players, new and old alike, don't get confused about which X they need to worry about. Even though most of the time you'll probably be able to figure it out, but just for ease on the players, this change for the X drops will never see the light of day. We have a new feature entirely, another new feature, tube shuffle, connector shuffle. So this is your various connectors that, like from sectors 5 to 3, from 6 to 4, 2 to 4, etc. You can have a vanilla sector layout, much like you see here in this demonstration video, and you can have connectors that go to different sectors. If you combine this with sector shuffle, you can have a lot of fun, a lot of chaos. But it's another new thing to account for with logic and gameplay. One thing to note is that there are 3 connectors that will always be vanilla right now. The Speedway connector from 5 to 4 on your way to unlock red doors. The tunnel that goes from Sector 6 to the restricted area. And then the tunnel that goes from the main deck reactor silo to Sector 2. All 3 of those are vanilla currently. I don't think there are any plans for that to change currently. But those 3 are vanilla. And then, unfortunately, we have one new addition, which is actually a removal. catJAM has been removed, unfortunately. Sorry, everyone. I know how much you love them, but catJAM is gone. Never to be seen again. Until the next time. A new bug fix, which has been long awaited, that everyone has been anticipating, has finally resurfaced. Bosses can have major items again, in logic. This is something that players have been long patient with. Is fixed now, and everyone will be happy about that, but also sad, because now you can, as you can see with this demonstration video, that 4 of the bosses might have majors. New quality of life improvement is the item weighting itself has been greatly balanced. Which is to say that if you have a missile start, for example, you're not going to see 5 majors on the way to Arachnus. You should see, I mean, you'll always see Morph Ball along the way, but the chances of seeing more majors now on the way to Arachnus have been reduced. And of course, Arachnus itself could have Morph Ball. So skip Arachnus at your own peril. And then for the new item weighting, the chances of other sectors having items, even sectors that you probably wouldn't normally visit, like say Sector 5 or Sector 6 or Sector 4, the chances of them having majors and progression have now significantly gone up. There was just a new algorithm was put in place to ensure that things are distributed a little bit more even keel. Results may vary, but generally speaking, this is what most players should see now going forward. And again, this may change in the future, depending on with testing and stuff like that, just to see how scaling is done. But for now, this should be a great improvement over previous versions. The credits now show the items in a room name or on a boss, instead of an XY coordinate from the dumped maps supplied with the randomizer. You can see here in the example provided with some of the names that are being shown. Another new feature to be wary of, although it's not really going to be noticed all that much, is the new default room states for some rooms. This will mainly apply to the SAX rooms that you'll encounter, but there will be a couple of other rooms as well. So this will be something to be mindful for in the future. There are new logic changes for Sector 5, specifically as to how Sector 5 breaks, a la when Nightmare breaks free from the main lobby in the vanilla game. The original way, the intended way, is when you unlock the yellow doors, the level 3 doors. But now for Sector 5 to break this way, you must get back to the entrance to Sector 5, to the elevator room. When you do, you'll see and hear a rumble on the screen that tells you that Sector 5 is broken, at which point you just re-enter Sector 5 and you will see that the main lobby room, as well as the rest of Sector 5 that breaks, will have their room states changed. This will allow you to get to the back end of Sector 5, where Nightmare is, and also the speed tunnel from 5 to 4. Alternatively, if you come in with a vanilla sector layout from Sector 3 and go to Sector 5, you'll notice the screen shake and the audio cue as you hit the connector side of Sector 5. That will tell you that the sector is broken immediately, at which point you can already go to the back end of Sector 5 where Nightmare is, and the speed tunnel from 5 to 4. The caveat with this new method currently is that your gravity suit will not ever be behind yellow doors. So like in the freezer area in the bottom end of Sector 5 with the Rippers, that can never be your gravity suit. With the energy tank Mimic, that can never be gravity suit. For these specific reason that is, if the sector was broken, you didn't have gravity suit, the first room that is flooded, you obviously can't run and get a shine spark, so you can't get back down into Sector 5. If you don't have wave beam, you obviously can't get back down there. So for the purposes of anti-soft locks, yellow doors will never guard your gravity suit. And thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the rundown. We will look forward to seeing you with the next update video coming soon. See you later.